Capricorn, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late July 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in energy and see what's happening for the lovely Capricorn collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guides at Spirit Team, talk to me about Capricorn. What energies, messages, insights can we pull for our good friends? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Cappy. Please and thank you. It is Leo season, a beautiful time of the year, if I do say so myself. There we go. All right, so speaking of beautiful, we have a card of aesthetics. And to me, this is a double-pronged type of message where we could be speaking about aesthetics or how something's perceived. But there's also a lay low type of energy when I see this card. And we'll get more in depth in that in a moment. But before we do, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the July subscriber surprise towards the end. So you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk more in depth about this card. So if you look at the imagery, it's very beautiful. We see this woman dressed in costumes surrounded by these birds. So first and foremost, I always see it, I think of beauty. So for some Cappies, maybe there's something you're changing about your appearance, or maybe you're paying close attention to how you look, how you feel, how you're presenting yourself to the world. Now, if it's not personal appearance, like there is something around perception when I see this card, like, oh, how does this look? Or how would people think about that? But aside from that message, like, notice this woman is trying to blend in with this pack of birds. So, I mean, you might be in a time right now where you're just laying low, doing your thing in your own lane. This could also represent someone you're connected to doing the same thing, like kind of laying low, not trying to stir up any issues or problems. So that could be a big thing for some of you. But again, it doesn't necessarily feel like a bad energy or too charged up. But appearances and not wanting to deal with any drama could be very big here as well, especially with this blended in type of energy. So we're just going to put her down right there. Let's get into tarot now. And yeah, I always say the first card here doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. Let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for my Cappies in late July. And while we get this shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading, my friends. It was indeed titled An Explosive Return. Now, I always say that with these readings, it could bleed over for a couple of weeks, but something I saw was like, whether it's a situation, an individual, something you've dealt with before, popping back around like really suddenly quick, out of nowhere type of energy. So we'll see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone that you're connected to. Let's get it going. 3 cards for the Cappies in late July, please. And thank you. What do we have going on for my good friends? Quick, very quick. Only 1 shuffle. Okay, we're starting here with the Wheel of Fortune. Very fast moving energy. That's a good luck charm. So this could be good. It's also karmic energy. So we'll need to look into this quite a bit further. Let's get it right there next to the amethyst and keep it moving. Let's get 2 more. What do we got here for my Capricorns, please? Thank you. Okay, interesting. So we have your card showing up here in the center, and this could be a very, very important energy, like when we look at the big spectrum of this full reading. And on the back end, we have the beautiful, lovely Ace of Pentacles. So these cards kind of came out quick and easy. It was nice and smooth, and I really like that. Now, let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. So at first look, first glance, I like the mixture of elements we have here for you. First off, we have this beautiful, expansive energy in the beginning. We have a card that could represent you, and I always have to preface when it comes to the devil, the reason Capricorns get it is due to the goat symbolism, right? When nobody's calling you guys devils here. Very earthy type of energy in the center, and on the back end we have more earth. So the fact that we have this double down of earth, an element that you're very comfortable in, could be very good. It all really depends on the situation you're going through, though, because the double major arcana are big themes. So let's go through piece by piece and really start to build this out. Position number 1, the beautiful Wheel of Fortune itself. Now, I always say, to me, even when this card shows up in reverse, this is a good luck charm. This is a 4-leaf clover from Spirit. So I always say, hey, maybe you're feeling like testing your luck. Maybe you want to test your luck, play the lotto or something like that. It just feels very expansive because this is Jupiter type of energy. So we think of a very lucky, expansive, things growing. So this is a really, really nice vibe. But aside from that, notice it is literally a wheel, very fast moving. Now, I was picking up explosive energy last week. I'm not quite saying explosive just yet, but this energy is prone to move very suddenly, surprisingly, unexpectedly. It's karmic, so it could speak about the cycles of life, the ups, the downs, changes, beginnings, endings. We also have a card of beginnings here on the back end. So whether it's karmic archetypes or a lot of you are going through a big metamorphosis, that could possibly be it when this card is here. Now, I always mention that every card has positive and challenge. And although this is a very positive card that we're leading off with, the challenge with the wheel is that it could be a little unpredictable as well. Like, you know, the universe always has surprises up its sleeve for us. So just know there might be a very fast moving or unpredictable nature around you right now. Now, moving to the center, we have the Devil, and we're going to talk about this very much in depth. Now, it depends on if you're a cross watcher or not. Again, this is your card within the tarot deck due to the goat, and it means a lot of different things. Now, in my simplistic style, since this is a Capricorn reading, it's pretty simple. The clarifier could tell us something that might be coming towards you, or a way you might be feeling, situations you might be going through. It could just be very simple, cut and dry. But when we look at this card, the positives, it could just be very grounded type of energy. It's not in and out, like it's just dependable. When we get to the challenges, that's where a lot of these things come in, because it could represent attachments, it could represent addictions, it could represent rough thought processes, all these sort of things. So this could be a situation or a challenge or even a problem when we see it. Even though this is a Capricorn reading, this could be representing an issue or a problem. So we'll want to look into that further for sure. Again, another thing with the Devil energy is this one in the front with the wheel moves very suddenly. This one does not. Okay, the Devil energy sticks around for a long time. So whether it's something you've been dealing with for a long time or a situation that you're very familiar with, we'll really want to take a look, because it's hard to move through this energy. That's the one thing I'll always say about the Devil. Okay, so they're kind of opposing. Like, we have this expansive, like quick, then we have this grounded, not going anywhere type of vibe. As we get to the back end, this is another silver lining. We have the Ace of Pentacles, lovely, golden opportunity from the universe. Now, I always say all aces represent opportunities in tarot, specifically this one. This bodes very well for business. It bodes well for work. So your mind might be on the material aspects of life in this time, where Spirit's asking you to put your mind there. But again, this hand outstretched from the universe, it could be a big offer or opportunity, even a win. All really depends on what the clarifier is. Now, when we get to the challenging aspects of aces, they're new energy. They're very fresh. They're not permanent, whereas this one in the center feels like very grounded. This one could be fleeting. So if you don't make action, if you don't move towards this Ace of Pentacles, it can wither, right? It's limited time only. So that's a big thing I find intriguing about your spread this week, is the two on the outside, the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Pentacles, they could be fleeting, like limited time only, once again, but the one in the center is like grounded, firm. So I want to dive deeper into all this, Capricorn. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for my Cappies. See what's going on. My guides, talk to me. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that wheel. Oh, and yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Cappy, you can drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, Wheel of Fortune time. What's happening? Why is the wheel here? Thank you. Beautiful. Really, really like this. Okay, we have the Knight of Cups in the upright. So again, this could be representing communication, message coming in for a good chunk of you, talk. Getting something off your chest could be very important. But again, this is a very smooth, easygoing, easy flowing type of energy, which is nice. Now, for a portion of you might be dealing with a water sign. Again, elementally, I like that we have earth and water because it speaks to potential. But what do we speak about when it comes to knights? Similar to pages when they're talking, but they're action oriented. We're moving, we're making moves, we're making changes. So again, I get this big energy, this big vibe of either a sudden change or a surprising one, like something changing quick out of nowhere. And you're not the only sign. I see this for other signs throughout the zodiac, specifically this week, that a lot of people, they're going through big drastic, I don't want to say drastic, I don't want to get too fancy about it. To me, it just feels quick, if that makes sense. But good. Quick but good, even if it doesn't feel like it in the moment. The Knight of Cups shows up often in love readings. So whether this is a change of emotion, change of feeling, for a lot of you, that could really be the case, where it's like a sudden change of heart. But it could be situations and circumstances. Remember, we're talking all about action here. The one thing I really want to look at further is the center, because remember, these are two fast-moving energies on the outside. In the center, that's where we might have a roadblock that we'll need to take a look at. But so far, to me, whether this is a change or action coming in surprisingly, hopefully we don't have a big roadblock stopping up the works. Okay, I feel a lot of potential here. So let's keep moving. Again, very good alignment here on the front end. So whether this is something really nice in your life now or something that started off with great potential, that's very possible. Let's keep moving in on the devil. Let's see what the devil has for you, my friends. So what do we got here, my guides? Talk to me about the devil for the Capricorns. What is going on? There it is. Thank you. Okay. Four of Swords. All right. So I do feel for a lot of you, there's a big problem-solving energy around you, but in a good way. So again, if there's something you've been dealing with for a while, whether it's behavioral patterns or issues between people, like I see you with a very strong problem-solving energy about you, which is really good. Now, the Four of Swords is usually like taking a break, taking a rest, calming down. So I do feel for a lot of you, you might need to check in on your energy in this time. Don't waste your energy on things and get the proper rest and recuperation. For some of you, that's very important. But when we get the Four of Swords in reverse underneath a card like the Devil, it's like, okay, something's moving slowly but surely. Even though this can represent a problem, I see a big problem-solving energy around you. So just know, Capricorns are cardinal signs, right? All about action, all about making moves. So if there is something that's sticking out, something you're dealing with, whether it's interpersonal or even career, now's the time to pounce. Now's the time to attack that big problem. Okay, we're going to keep moving. Again, I feel like this has a possible really good result for you. So we're going to move over to the Ace of Pentacles. Again, yeah, this could be a little barrier, like things going smooth, a little hiccup, but the problem solving around you, and it's so good that you could help others, right? Like if other people around you are struggling with things, you'd really be able to give them perspective. If you're going through problems yourself, I think you have the insight and energy support to really like solve things. I like it. Let's keep moving over. And it's bizarre that I say I like it when we see the energy of a problem, but the fact that I see things being solved is very good. So let's go in on that Ace of Pentacles, and we'll do a quick little recap before we get into the shadow. So why is that Ace of Pentacles here for my Cappies? What's going on? Okay. Knight of Swords. Beautiful. So again, there is a big overarching theme throughout this reading of a lot of action, a lot of things shifting, a lot of things changing. Okay. And again, we do have this little hiccup here in the center, but the Knight of Swords, remember I was saying Knights are all about action. This is the fastest moving one. So for some of you, and this is a very specific prediction for some of you, there is a situation you may have been dealing with for quite a while. Once that is solved, it's like the floodgates open up from the universe. This is a massive offer or opportunity that lays on the other side of a situation or a problem that may have been plaguing you for a while. So again, whether it's interpersonal, whether it's work related, it all really depends on what you're going through. For some of you, that might not even be the case. But when I see the Knight of Swords, it's full systems go, it's coming in hot. And underneath a card like Golden Opportunities from the universe, I love what I'm picking up, specifically on the extreme ends of the spread. So the energy is very supportive and looking good for you this week, Capricorn. So again, we'll talk about it a little more during the recap. This is a massive or big opportunity or offer coming in for you, and it's going to come right at the end of when you clear something out that's been bugging you or solving a big problem of some sort. Because it's like, okay, we're moving. Oh, we have a hiccup. We start moving again, and it's like, whoa, it's like the floodgates open. So really, really good stuff. Now, remember, offers, opportunities, they could come in the way of conversation as well, especially with two Knights, they're messengers, Ace, that's communication. So just know, I feel like it might not be written, but it's more of communication here. So let's go through and do a quick recap, Capricorn. again, I'm liking this energy. It feels pretty positive to me. But if you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we have the Wheel of Fortune with the Knight of Cups. Again, very good, expansive, nice flowing energy. So again, whether this is something that has a lot of potential or something that had it, it's like, okay, well, it was going so well. There was a lot of potential in this situation. A big chunk of you could be going through a metamorphosis, or it could be a very surprising or sudden change here, whether it's a sudden change of heart or a change in a situation. Moving to the center, yeah, there's some growing pains because we have the Devil with the 4 of Swords in reverse. Watch your energy in this time. Watch your rest and recuperation, very important. But another thing I'm picking up here is problem solving. So whether there is a hurdle or a problem you're dealing with, you could solve it, you could work through it. Your analytical mind and the energy is there to support you. And you could even help those around you. It's not just solving problems for yourself, but troubleshooting for others, which is really nice. And at the end of this, right on the back end of whatever this is in the center, we have the Ace of Pentacles with the Knight of Swords. Floodgates opening from the universe here. So I feel for a lot of you, yeah, meet the universe halfway, but this is a massive offer or a major one coming in for a big chunk of you. So it's nice. But remember, limited time only. You got to pounce. When the universe presents something to you, you got to really jump on it. So please take a screenshot of that, Capricorn. Let's see what's in the shadows for you. I like that reading. I like that energy. It felt pretty light to me, even though we have that thing in the center. Let's see what's in the shadows. What do we got, my guides? Talk to me. And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing too. Let's get you one. Oh, and yes, if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, what do we got? What's in the shadows here for Cappy? What is in the shadows? Here it is. Thank you. Okay, Six of Pentacles, good, charitable, giving. Okay, so oftentimes when I see the Six of Pentacles, to me, it's a fair and balanced type of card. So for a lot of you, you could be finding some semblance of balance within yourself or within a situation here. But to me, it's giving. It's about analyzing what and who you're giving your energy towards. Okay, so in this time, it's very important that you take stock of that. Remember here in the center, I was saying, watch your energetic levels, don't get too zapped, rest, recuperation, all that good stuff. The Six of Pentacles is very equal, but it's giving. Okay, it is one of my cards of gift giving as well. So for some of you, like whether you receive one or whether you're thinking about surprising someone with a gift, this could be a good sign, a good omen here on the back end. But I feel like the main message when we see the Six of Pentacles, if you're in any situations that are a little too unbalanced, you have the tools to fix it and bring it into balance. But watch what you're giving your energy to. Don't waste your energy here, which I know Capricorns don't normally do, right? Capricorns are very cognizant of who and what they're giving their time to. And Spirit is really asking you to pay attention to that closely in this time. So we're just going to put that down right there, Cappy. That's what I have for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details, the July subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can check out my digital calendar at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. The link is down below. But for the July subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of another one of my favorite decks, the Wizard's Tarot. Absolutely beautiful and works great. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, since I have the travel bug lately, let me know down in the comments what is the most beautiful place you visited in person. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.